Okay, Jeremy, what does it mean to be assertive in conflict?
It's a good question. So I think a lot of people, when they're in conflict, they have there's almost these two modes. It's either avoidance or aggression, right? There's two extremes of the spectrum of dealing with conflict. So there's a middle ground there that we call in the conflict field being assertive. And you can look up this online. You can look at this what's called a three-part assertion message. It's an I message. It's used in nonviolent communication and other different types of communication theory. But essentially, assertive is the middle ground where we face something head on. We don't avoid it and let the conflict fester, but we're also not aggressive about it and defensive or intimidating or coercive or manipulative in some way. We're coming at it head on, and hopefully we're using humility and we're using respect. So we assertion is sort of a place of addressing conflict authentically and standing in our own ground, so that we don't feel like we need to be defensive because we're under threat. And we don't feel like we need to avoid because it's too uncomfortable. We're comfortable in our skin, we're grounded, and we can just face it head on, and we're open to whatever comes about in that moment. And I think that's what being assertive means. And just being assertive is you could just, think of it as a humble confidence to say, when you did that yesterday, I really felt affected in the following way. And you can kind of talk about what feeling, but is there anything that we could do to work on that or to fix that going forward? I know you might not have meant it, and I realize that might not have been your intention. And what was your intention? And maybe we can figure out a way to do that differently in the future. So you're doing it in a sort of calm, respectful way that feels grounded, where you're not accusing someone of something, you're not being aggressive, and you're also not just being avoidant or passive aggressive. You're facing it head on, but doing it with some modesty, with some humility, where you're not accusing someone. So being assertive, it's a great subject, and there's lots of discussion and reading you can do on the subject. But I would just say, can you find the middle ground in conflict? Can you not avoid? Can you not be aggressive? Can you find the middle ground, be humble and confident? And that would be what I would call being assertive.